Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for the stream. We're basically gonna get started now. I had to do some troubleshooting. I need to do some more troubleshooting because my mic is being weird. Properties, no. Okay, there we go. I still need to figure out how to be able to listen to my mic at the same time as when I speak. So for now, we're just gonna have my headphones to the side and then we'll go from there. So, welcome, everyone. This is what we're going to be working on today. For those who are joining from my Instagram for the book content, this is a wonderful illustration that I have the privilege of working on for a lovely author named Crystal Seitz. I think I pronounced that properly. She is publishing her second book next year, and it is called Beast Becomes Her. And you will be able to pre-order it already. You can also save it on Goodreads. So if you type the command !book in the chat, you'll be able to get the Goodreads link, and then you'll also get a link to her link tree, which has all of the pre-order links for Beast Becomes Her, as well as links for her first book as well. So please do go and give it a look. And feel free to ask me any questions. I unfortunately have not read this book because it is, coming out later. But I did get a very cool brief and I was very excited to work on this. And it's very romantic, as you can see. And we're gonna work on that today. We're gonna be doing mainly the rendering. So we went through the initial sketching and concepting phase. Crystal had a very clear idea of what she wanted for this piece. So I tried to the best of my ability to bring that to life. And we're going to basically refine what I've got here to the best of my ability. And make it look all super pretty and snazzy. But yeah, so hopefully all of my tech decides to cooperate today. Some of my magnetization for my little drawing remote doesn't work at the moment for some reason. So we'll just have to figure that out. And then I'm also trying to figure out my new stream actual orientation on my desk, because currently it is a little bit wonky because I got a new desk, so everything's a little bit all over the place. But yeah, let's just get into it for some cozy drawing. And as and when people join, welcome. I have put a note out on Instagram, so hopefully everyone is gonna swing through. There is also, this is on YouTube as well for anyone joining now. But yeah, let's go. Welcome, Jim. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. Yeah. Look, we're just doing some base colors. There's like quite a big difference. You know, just trying to like carve out the overall lighting, trying to make it look a little bit more 3D. And then yeah, we're gonna hopefully go into the rendering in a little bit. These sexy kids are let me just get the names quickly. The female character is Edith, and then the male protagonist is, he had a really cool name. I have the brief here. Had a quick sneeze, sorry. So it is Edith and Amund. Amund? Ooh, I hope I'm saying that correctly. He's very cool. He is a hunter. So basically the premise for the story is that the world of like Nordic mythology is real, and the author has pitched this as a Wednesday Addams meets Norse mythology a little bit. But basically, you've got these like kids who are these like outcasts essentially in like human society, and then they go to the school called Skallagrim. Skallagrim, yeah. And there they learn to like harness their powers properly and stuff. And so Edith goes, and she is a berserker. Like she basically like turns into a bear with rage. But now, as soon as she arrived, there are these murders that started happening, like at the school. And she kind of is like caught in the middle of it all. And so her and Amund kind of like team up, because he thinks she's done it, right? He thinks she's the person who committed the bad. And so he's like, okay, cool, well, then, you know, I need to protect the people and the kids of the school, so you're gonna, you know, come with me. And she's like, well, I didn't do it. And then she needs to basically work with him to prove that she, in fact, did not hurt anyone. And then through it, there's a little bit of romance that happens. So in this particular scene, they're actually looking for proof, and in order to blend in, because this like tower in the school is sort of like, it's like the makeout tower, and so in order to make sure that they blend in and that they're, you know, not going to get caught by the people they're essentially like not stalking but coming after, like to like check. Yeah, and so they like have to like pretend to be romantically involved in order to not, you know, draw any suspicion. But obviously it's not really pretending, but bless them, they are babies and they don't understand what their own feelings truly mean. And so they're a bit like, oh no, like I don't know what's going on. And it's like, but you do know what's going on. We all know what's going on. So it's very cute. I like it a lot. And I like the character designs. Yeah, just little wee kids, little babies. Little babies in this harsh world. Don't know what they're doing. See. Hi Sam, welcome. thank you for joining the stream. We are drawing two wee beans who are currently in denial about their feelings for each other, while they go on a murder mystery. This is for a really wonderful author for her second novel. If you type the exclamation book in the chat, you will be able to learn a little bit more. You'll get to go to the Goodreads page for the book, and then also the link tree for the author, so you can see all of the places you can pre-order and read her book, as well as a little bit more about her and her social media. So definitely check it out if the idea of Wednesday Addams meets Nordic myth and like the Northern Lights, like snowy setting and a bit of murder mystery is like up your alley. Your TBR can be infinitely long. There is never any reason why the TBR cannot just keep growing. Cause you'll get it through it eventually. Like surely you'll get through it eventually. Yeah, it's coming out pretty early next year. But yeah, and so there's all of the pre-orders and stuff, and then you never know, this artwork might be part of the pre-order incentive. We'll just have to wait and see. Maybe Crystal will grace us with little prints, but you never know. But yeah, but I am quite excited. I definitely think I want to pick this book up, because it's definitely up my alley, and I've been really enjoying like reading more like contemporary books, like contemporary romancy. Not so much like your like Icebreaker or what's another one? There's another one coming out about Christmas by the same author. But so like I don't like that sort of contemporary. I do prefer like the more supernatural bend to it, but I've definitely been getting into like the more like gothic fantasy, or like more like dark fantasy, but with like a modern twist. So obviously, things like The Ninth House, like absolutely love that book. So excited for the final book to come out next year. Really enjoyed, there's like an author who, she actually isn't even published yet, but I've been following her on YouTube, Brandy Reads. She's been doing a book called Project Souls, which sounds really cool. Which I'm quite excited for. But yeah, no, Gemma is correct. Icebreaker does not have enough magic. Yeah, there's romance, right? And one could argue that love is magical, but it's not magical enough for me. Have you preferred Hellbent so far? Like, because I know you said the first book was a little bit slow, which is like perfectly fine. But have you thought like Hellbent was better so far, or are you more like, not sure, on the fence about it? Like, give us your thoughts, give us your deep and meaningfuls. Don't put a whole review though. Like, it's too early, it's too soon. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. I really liked Hellbent, but I do agree there were parts where I was kind of like, oh, I don't really know how this ties into the main plot. And like obviously I was just sitting there being like, Darlington, Darlington, give me Darlington. Because I like adore this dude. He's so cool. He's like probably one of my favorite like love interest like slash male protagonists that has come out in a while. I don't know. I find like he just has a lot of personality compared to some others that have come out. And this is obviously like you like what you like, right? It's just for me, I've kind of want a little bit more with the male love interests, and so I find him really cool. Oh no, I don't know if you could say that on Twitch. But yes, there is a lot of mention about his glowing manhood, shall we say. Um, and I did struggle a little bit with that, where I was like, okay, I mean, cool, we get it. He's got a glow stick, and it's a good glow stick. But I'm like, I don't need to know any more about the glow stick. Like, I'm okay, thanks. But I did find that quite funny. You gotta love authors. The things they choose to like focus on in their stories are always so amusing to me. It's like, oh, okay, that's where we're going with this. All right, that's nice. You're just left sitting there like confused and afraid. Like we're still talking about it. Okay. But I still really love the story. I think it's just such a cool like premise. And what's really interesting is Lee Bardugo originally wanted to turn it into more of like a Nancy Drew kind of series, where it was about like Alex and Darlington and her friends like solving like crimes together, like supernatural crimes, right? But then as the original version of the book kind of came into being, she realized that, ooh, this is actually quite a lot of work just in terms of like research for the whole story, and like coming up with, you know, the mysteries parts and like the secret societies and all those sorts of things. And then she kind of just she just decided that, you know what, it's maybe better to just leave it as what it is, as like a trilogy. And then, you know, then she was like, because then she can put like, you know, the proper amount of effort into it and make sure that it's a really good story at the end of the day, which I thought was really cool. I like that a lot. Yes, I agree. Like this is what I mean, right? It's like you kind of sit for a portion of Hellbent where you're like, okay, cool, but like is the plot gonna happen now? You know, like where's Darlington? Where's my man? My man's. Um because yeah, because you end up spending quite a long time like on the backstory of Alex and how, like, because you know you talk about what she talks about like what happened to Alex in the beginning, like in the first book, and then you're like, oh, okay, well that's cool. And then you like now you're learning about it, but at the same time it's like she's set up all of these other plot like devices, and I'm like, oh, but I want to know about those, you know, like I want to know about like, yeah, like where did Darlington go, like are we gonna do something about his current state of undress, you know, like okay, we're talking about his manhood now, oh, but we're now going into her backstory. It's so like weird. But I do remember though that like it wasn't like completely like it does make a little bit of sense in terms of it's a lot of setup for why or like how Alex can do what she does, you know, like her magical powers, because it gives a little bit more insight into that sort of, but mainly more like the what she can do. Like I definitely felt like Hellbent expanded on the like what Alex is capable of, as opposed to necessarily like where she comes from or like where her magic powers come from. Like it definitely it answered the question of where, like a little bit. But for me that was more like a okay, cool, we're just gonna be like, and it comes from magic and we're done now. And I was like, okay, but like, you know, does it clearly it wasn't relevant is more what I'm trying to say. It's like the actual origin of her like her ability to see ghosts. Yeah. I love the way you put that, where it's like finally the man, and then we leave the man for the druggies. And I was also very sad. I was like, I don't really want the druggies. Like, can we do different druggies? Like, can we go back to Darlington and talk about the druggies? But just back to Darlington. Like, I just want to be back. Just take me back to Darlington, please and thank you. I might go and change some of the color in the middle of her hair, like this. Maybe this one. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything because spoilers, but I also was like, no one touch Pam. Like she deserves the moon and back. I was like, Pam is sacred, no touchy. I wonder if I can merge this. Thank you so much to my boyfriend for following me. Thank you. Do you like the new stream elements? I think they're very pretty with all of the like space stuff and everything. And then eventually I will finish my VTuber model, and then I will be a VTuber, and you guys can then watch me draw as a VTuber, which will be great. I'm excited. I know, truly the crime of the century. That is true. Okay, if you were on YouTube, then it's fine. You were the one viewer on YouTube. there was one person. I think that was you, and now they're gone. Yes, there was one person on YouTube, and now they are gone. Which is quite surprising actually. But I think my YouTube stream, oopsie, is where most people watch the replay. The VTuber Sam she is finished in terms of like drawing, but I need to separate out all of the different pieces in order to like rig her. I have to rig her, which is complicated. Also, one thing I would like to let everyone in chat know, so all of the people here who like D&D and who like Critical Role, fun factoid, the first episode of Mighty Nine, the animated series, is available on Prime Video to watch for free on YouTube. So that's what everyone is going to do this evening, obviously. That's what I'm going to do this evening. Once I have finished making these two little lovebirds happy, we're gonna go watch the Mighty Nine. Like, I'm so excited for that. I have been waiting. So the Mighty Nine, Sam, is Critical Role's second campaign. So when they started streaming, they originally did it on the channel Geek and Sundry, which was at the time like basically the main place you would go to watch like any sort of geeky related content. So you'd watch like D&D streams or like tabletop roleplay or like just like skits about like fantasy stuff. And so so that was where Critical Role got their sort of like breakthrough, was on Geek and Sundry. And then they started with Vox Machina, right? Which was the original one that you can actually stream on Prime Video. But then when they did the next campaign, which was the Mighty Nine, that one is kind of like, they might disagree because I think there's a deep fondness for Vox Machina, but I personally think Mighty Nine is what put them on the map. Like, that's at least how I found Critical Role, you know? And so that's like the one I've been waiting for the most, because I actually watched Mighty Nine. Like, I watched most of the episodes. I think I watched up until episode 60. I want to say 60, because I'm pretty sure it was 60. And yeah, and that's like, you know, has a very special place in my brain. And so as a result, I've been super excited for the animated series, because like they did such a good job with Vox Machina. Like, I was actually really impressed. And so when they did that, I was like, okay, like surely the Mighty Nine's gonna be just as good, right? And then having seen a little bit of the snippets through their like social media and stuff, it's like I was just blown away, and I'm super excited. And also, one of the things that they're doing with the Mighty Nine episodes is they're making them longer. So each episode is actually going to be 45 minutes. So you can actually go see like on YouTube already, the episode is sitting, I think it sits at 45 minutes, which is great. Like, I love longer episodes, and it's always such a treat when you get a longer episode from an animated show, right? Because animated shows take a huge amount of money and time for production value. And so when you get something that's a little bit longer, it's just, you know, you're kind of like getting spoiled, which is really cool. Hmm. So yeah, I mean, like, I would recommend going. So if you're gonna get into Critical Role, I actually would recommend Mighty Nine. If you want to get into the animated shows, if you want to get into like actually watching a D&D podcast, frankly, the current one, like Campaign 4, chef's kiss. It is so good. I think episodes 1 to 4 are free on YouTube. They get posted every Monday. So you can just go every Monday, check out the YouTube VODs, and it should be there. If you want to watch it like as and when it happens, then you can sub to the YouTube channel. I think it's like 30 Rand. I don't know how much it is in dollars. And then you can also sub to them on Beacon, which is, I think, $10 a month, I think. And Beacon is like their platform. So all money that goes to Beacon goes to them directly, which is quite nice. And then they just, you know, there's like extra content on Beacon as well that you can like get. So it's not just the live stream. So you can also get like other like tabletop RPG shows they're producing. You can get what's called the what did they call it? The cooldown episode of each of the different well, yeah, like you can join the weekly watch party, but you're quite behind. So you're gonna have to catch up, and so that's what you could do. You could go do that. But the weekly watch party will still be there. Don't worry. But yeah, and then the Beacon one is nice because the cooldown episodes are really cool. Like, I actually quite like the cooldown episodes. Oh, you mean... So we haven't been able to do the watch party recently because of, I don't know, having lives, unfortunately. And so it's starting up again. But like I said, you're like, it's a little bit difficult to join in now. But I mean, obviously, if you can watch 4 episodes of Critical Role in less than 24 hours, then by all means, please do come. Join us. You will be welcome. We will welcome you with open arms. It is Fridays, but this Friday we are unable to because Richard is unable to join, and so we figured we'd postpone it until tomorrow because also we need to catch up on last week because we didn't watch last week, so that's gotta happen too. So it's busy, lots of watching. Oh, that's okay. But now you know where to find it. So you can just like watch it at your own pace. Damn it, her thumb is too small for her hand. I thought it was. I think I might fix that like in the rendering, like when I merge everything down, because otherwise I think it's gonna just get a little bit complicated to try and fix, like with all the different layers. The sound of things slamming. I don't want to merge. To lighten this. I need to do like a red, like a deeper red on the hands. Needs to be erased. There we go. These like bots that come into the chats and stuff are really, really annoying. Like I've had a few of them now. Like it's not the worst, because I mean like there's always gonna be bots, but it's just like, you know, inescapable. Okay, we're gonna do merging. Merging's always fun. So basically, we're going to take all of these layers and merge them together. And it is in theory going to make my life easier or worse. I think another thing to point out for everyone watching who wants a little bit of an art tip, this artwork actually has filters over it. So these are what the colors look like normally. And then I have these two filters over to make it like this beautiful, vibrant coloring. But because I had so many layers that I was working with originally, so like all of these, I have my eyedropper tool. In Photoshop, you can change the sampling. So you do current and below, because you're only going to sample from the layer that you're working on or the layers that are below it. So any adjustments that you put above that are not going to be affected. If you do all layers, then it takes into consideration adjustments, or you can do all layers, no adjustments, which will also work for the current and below. Like if, for example, like we could do all layers and adjustments if I wanted to work on this middle layer, but still like color pick from something else. Generally though, I just prefer current and below. And then once I've like reduced the layer count of everything, so once it's kind of gone down to a more manageable amount, then what I'll do is I'll duplicate the adjustments, clipping mask them onto the characters and clipping mask them onto the background and then work from there. And it's sort of like an easy way to work with your like adjustment layer and see how things are going to look for the final without having to hard commit to merging colors and things like that. I don't know if you can do it in Clip Studio Paint though. I know you can do the eyedropper tool, but it doesn't have as many features. I think it just works on like all colors and then the layer you're working on specifically, so it doesn't kind of like go across layers, which is a little bit frustrating. Okay, so now we have merged them. Very, very cool, very happy. So what I'm now going to go do is liquefy, because I kind of noticed that some of the shape of the character, like his head, needed a little bit of shrinking. It actually can come forward a bit here. And then we also need to now go and fix this thumb, because damn, your thumb's supposed to sit there. So we're just going to layer via copy to do like in non-intrusive editing, and then we're just gonna make it bigger. Okay. And then I'm just going to erase around the thumb. So then it should just cover the original like version, and so then you don't have to now like do too much repainting. So yeah, so before, after, before, after. Very nice, very clean, looks good. Now we're gonna go in and we're going to start cleaning some stuff up. What you doing there, Jem? Yeah, you doing some sneaky moderating stuff? You're making us safe. Fine, we're safe, it's fine. Don't worry, don't worry. No bots in good in that's nice, that's good. But it's not on follower mode now, is it? I think it says you turned it off. Which is fine. I need to go find my reference photo. You know you've made it as an artist when you reference your own art because you forgot how you did something. Skills. Oh, okay, thank you. I really appreciate that. Um, yeah, I spent a lot of today like just trying to make sure that my little like bot command was working because I really wanted to make sure that that was working nice and properly, and then also that the actual stream was like kind of operating as it should, because I wanted to just make sure that the encoders were working properly and that we weren't like, you know, gonna have like a really shitty stream time. Exactly. That is why I made you a moderator. I'm just going to AFK quickly. I need to go to the toilet. So I will be right back. Okay, I am back. I'm actually thinking I might be a smart child and listen to music on my AirPods because my headphones are getting a bit hot with the weather the way it is with the heat. So let me just quickly go find those. There we go. I am now properly ensconced with the correct audio devices. Remember to always flip your canvas. Trust. Trust me, it will save you so much pain and also cause pain.
Gonna open up the sides of the illustration. Get a bit more breathing room.
I think that looks much better.
It feels like the artwork has a bit more breathing room. Why is it saving a copy? There we go. It just wasn't connected to the cloud. Just great. Just great.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you for joining, Richard. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're probably gonna stream for maybe another 20-ish minutes, and then I will call it, so that I can go and have the beginning of my weekend. But I think we've come quite a long way, and I think it's looking really good. So I'm very happy with how it's turned out so far. But it seems like my computer is crying at the moment. Like I can't seem to, it's like lagging. So I don't know. I'm gonna just put us in an intermission quickly and then do some restarting of apps, and then we'll come back for the final part. Sorry for the lack of music. I don't know why the music's not on this page. So let me just see if I can fix that quickly. Okay, it's working. I don't know why. It just decided to stop. Um, but we're back.
Yep, Windows being Windows. I mean, I don't know if it's like Windows per se, actually. I think it could be just Photoshop, because every once in a while you just want to turn it off to get it to like kind of clear its cache. Because it's not the best when it comes to resources. I generally don't like it that much with its resource management, but it could be worse. Besides, it is still like the industry standard drawing software. So it's not that bad. Yes, the great masterpiece that is Adobe coding. Fantastic. It's so good. Yes, I'll just submit an official report to Adobe, and obviously my contact in Adobe who totally listens to me will just be like, ah, Sasha, thank you for contacting us. Sure thing. We'll sort that out for you. That's exactly what's gonna happen. It'll be great. No, I cannot get them to make it cheaper because then how would I make money myself if I can't extort other artists? These are the things you have to think about. Because you see, the contact pays me, obviously. They pay me to keep the secret. The Adobe secret. I wish. Go get your own Adobe contact. No schmoozing. I think I want to add like some of the like texture things that I do, because those are fun. The texture stuff, it really adds a little bit of excitement. And yeah, the aurora is so cool. Like, I think I've never thought to draw one, so getting the opportunity to add this to my repertoire, shall we say, is very cool. And I'm very, very happy. I do think I want to add some flowers, but I'm gonna just check with Crystal first if I can. Just because they are like a big-ish change to the overall composition of the piece. So I just want to make sure that that's allowed, essentially. Because like I don't know, right? Like I don't know the exact like look she has in mind for the illustration, so I just want to make sure that I'm staying like true to that like vision of the book. Yeah, like I do have to confirm first, but I think it might be fine. I think we can probably add them in like quickly. Just gonna make a vertical symmetry. So if I had to say, like what I'd want to do is do like little, so there's these flowers from Final Fantasy 14, which are like these like luminescent, like moon flowery things. They're very pretty. So I'd probably do something like that. We do something like that. With some stems, flowers. Like that. A little bit of blue in the middle. Then, yeah, exactly. So I don't know. Maybe do soft light and we can like add the colors to it. Something like that. And then where the flowers are coming from, we'll never know. But they're pretty. And then you would do this. You would Gaussian. Some Gaussian blur. We'll see. I think it makes more sense, like, actually, if they fill the area. So we take the Gaussian blur off. And undo that merge. And rather have it that they, like, fill the whole front section. So you have, like, little flowers over here. I'm gonna do symmetry off for this. So it's like maybe there's like a pot plant. That's maybe what I'm thinking of, right? Something like that. Yeah, like it's like a part of the decoration. Something like this. So let me just make a copy, filter, blur. I don't know. Something like this maybe. If I made it bigger. I think if we do that, and then what could make it a little bit better is if we then go and we add some like maybe some like vines or something around the pillars or something just to tie in the nature. But we'll see. I have no idea. But it's fine. I'll leave it for now. I think it looks pretty. Does it make sense? No. Is that fine? Yes. Yeah, the vibes are there. I'm just gonna save them both out. Gonna use the blur tool to make it all pretty. Also, apologies for all the sniffing that has occurred. I realized I has sniffed a lot. Okay, that's great. We now know that it is working. Okay. I think that's where I'm gonna end it today. I think we have made really good progress. I'm super happy with how it is turning out. We are pretty much halfway, I would say. We've done a little bit of the foreground. We're gonna do the background. I want to clean up the mountains and everything. And then we just need to clean up the man's pants, her pants a little bit, and then the chest area, because there's a lot of stuff going on there that I need to fix. But yeah, but for the most part, I think it's looking very pretty. It's looking really pretty. So yeah, so for those who are interested, who have joined maybe a little bit later, you can find all the information you need about the book if you type the command !book into the chat. Please do go and look at Crystal on Instagram. She is a very sweet author, and I'm really enjoying working with her. And both her books are really cool. And they also have really unique characters and protagonists, and they're just like really nice, like fantasy romance stories, like for young adult. So definitely go check her out. You can find her links in the command, but I will be doing this again. So don't worry if you missed it. And thank you so much to everyone who has joined. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you all probably next week to continue with the painting process of this piece, to continue to make it look as cool as it can. And yeah, and just a thank you to everyone who is supporting me. I really appreciate it. You guys have no idea how much it means to me to support my streaming. And then as we grow, we'll be able to get some cool things. So definitely look forward to that, because we'll be able to do like subscribers and subscriber badges and emotes and all of those fun things, which will be so nice. And hopefully we'll also have my little VTuber model, so you guys will actually have something to kind of look at like while I'm drawing. And then we can see how we go, if I want to play some video games or something. I don't know. Either way, thank you so much again for supporting me, and I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye bye!